guys, it's Christina and Dina at the Jasinski Home Team at Baird & Warner, and I'm here for the second installment of House History with Christina. So I am here with
Sarah Parks,
and she is going to tell us a little bit about the second Vial house in our area. I went over the Robert Vial house where I volunteer last week, and Robert was the oldest son of Joseph Vial, one of the first settlers in our area. So this house it houses a LaGrange Historical Society and was built by Robert's brother. So all right, guys, I'm going to hand it off to Sarah here to tell you a little bit more about the Samuel Vial house.
So this house was built by Samuel Vial, brother of Robert. He owned a farm, very large farm, that's extended down into countryside, if you're familiar with the area, as far down as like Hodgkins, where Target and all that stuff is. That was all his farm all the way down that far south. And he moved around on his land quite a bit. He lived in some more rustic homes, log cabins, and different spots on his property, and eventually built this home later in his life in 1874. And he wanted to settle here. He was getting older, and eventually passed the house on to his son, Joseph.
Another Joseph.
Another
There are two Josephs.
Yes.
Yes.
There was and he had other children as well, but he settled here. This was called LaGrange Avenue was called Fifth Avenue, or LaGrange Road was called Fifth Avenue at the time. So he settled. This was becoming a little bit of a business center. It was before LaGrange was incorporated as a village officially, but there was a business center kind of developing here, and he wanted to settle here, so it's close to everything, but still adjacent to his land. So built this house in 1874, and it stayed in the Vial family through the 1960s.
Oh wow!
Yeah, 60s, maybe even 70s. But eventually was sold and left the Vial family hands.
Yeah.
Had a couple different owners before we were able to purchase it as a historical society. So we feel extremely lucky to be the keepers and caretakers of this amazing historic home that's built in 1874. Is one of the older examples, as you can imagine. It has changed quite a bit. It had a much more Italianate feel when it was first built, and has gone through a little bit of renovation over the years and simplified it a little bit. But that is kind of the basic history on the Samuel Vial house. The Vial family does not live in the area anymore, but they do have a reunion year. You may know this from working at the Robert Vial house. They probably come over there too when they're in town. So it's great when they come into town, and we get to give them a little tour of the home and show them what's going on here, and we stay in touch with some of them by email, and they love to know what's happening here. So
So when are you guys open if people want to come in and check it out?
We are open on Wednesday mornings from 9:30 to noon. So we have somewhat limited hours, but we are always available by appointment as well. And so anyone that would be interested in coming in anytime that it's not Wednesday morning, just can go to the website, lagrangehistory.org, use the contact form to say, hey, I'd like to come in and check things out or make an appointment. And we can accommodate that, no problem.
Great.
So and we have a file for every address in LaGrange, at LaGrange Park.
If anybody wants to know about their houses, you can come here and check it out. They got the files.
We'll come on in, we'll pull out the file for you, and we'll see what it says about your house and the history of the people that lived there before you and that kind of stuff. So
awesome. Well, thank you for taking time to talk to us. That was very informative and things I didn't even know. So that was exciting.
Thanks for coming in.
All right, guys, so that was my second installment on the second Vial house in the area. And so if you want to check either one of them out, Flag Creek, the Robert Vial house is located on the grounds of the Pleasantdale Park District in Willow Springs, Spur Ridge area. And the Samuel Vial house, which I'm at now, is
It's 444 South LaGrange Road in LaGrange.
So come and check us out when you have time. Thanks, guys.